Alright, so I'm going to try this again. The first time I tried recording, I got some beautiful videos and everything, and I came to the end and I realized, I wonder if the mic's working, and I checked it, and lo and behold, the mic was not connected. I turned it off, or my mother turned it off accidentally when she was putting it on. So, unfortunately, we got a great video and a great screen recording without any audio, which could be interesting in its own way. And I'll see if I can get some clips and add them in to this, but I'm afraid most of it isn't going to be much good. Anyway, I'm going to turn the drone on again, so you can start to see. Here right now you're just seeing obviously the home screen of my controller, which isn't too interesting, but the drone's loading. Everything went fairly smoothly the first time, other than a bit of wind here and there. It's still quite windy, as you can probably hear from the mic. Here we go, the thing's connected. So I'm gonna go back, click go fly, and let's try this. The camera view should be loading here. Here we go. You can see me way up there walking along, or if you tilt down here, the camera is sort of slowly panning so it stays smooth in the sky. But as a handheld thing, it's not great. You can see the drone here and the controller if I get in the shadows right here, or you can see it right there. Anyway, let's take this and launch it. Make sure there's nobody around. No, the horse is back over there. It's a pretty quiet day at the beach here, probably because it's so cold, but anyway, and windy. Anyway, here we go. Back in the camera. Now I have a hands-free filming experience. Look at that. With mics that hopefully are still working. And you're probably picking up the beeping of obstacle avoidance right now. But I'll put that in active track so I can walk and talk. Well, thinks its horizontal distance is too close. Doesn't like tracking me close, I guess. Here we go. Is that working again? There we go, there we go. So I'll just walk along. Wonderful. There's some people coming up here, so I'm just gonna walk this way and walk out along the rocks there. Alright, so yeah, as I said, it's still quite windy. I'm flying quite low to the ground to avoid the wind, and so it's a nice horizontal view out. You can see the waves there. I wouldn't say crashing, they're not big waves, but there are a few white caps there, and lots of seagulls, which is nice. The horses are back behind me, switching riders right now. Fly. Alright. So I'm going to see if I can go out there and get a video of the horses with audio, without too much wind, and showing both the horses but also a bit of the environment around here in a beautiful location just at Cap Lumiere, Prince Edward Islands, across the Northumberland that way. So I'm gonna walk out here in the rocks, and the horses don't like it too much here where it's rocky, but I don't mind with the shoes, and they'll be sticking over there where it's a little sandier. There are lots of lobster traps like this, which is unfortunate with all the pollution stuff that's happening, but it's dangerous for the horses. You wouldn't want to get a leg caught in that or anything. Right. The drone's winging around a little with the wind. I was hoping, I brought propeller guards to put on the drone, so if I was flying near the horse or anything, I'd be okay. But what I'm going to have to do is, because it's so windy, I've had experience with this at home, when you put the propeller guards on, the wind just grabs it because there's so much more like fling. It's like putting a big, I mean, it's not a sail, but it sort of is with all the extra wires, and just like throws the drone around in the wind. And out here on the coast, obviously I don't want to have the wind. The wind is pulling this way, but depending on where I am, like right here, it'd probably just blow me all the way out to the water there, which really isn't what I had in mind. Anyway, I'm gonna walk back along here. Let's see, hopefully the mic's still connected here. That's the goal. It's a Hollyland mic, which works really great. Fairly decent audio quality considering the wind that we're having right now. I do have a windscreen on it, but it doesn't work so well if I press the turn off button on the receiver. So, anyway, we're back in business now. And I'm actually just screen recording this so you can see all of everything onto my DJI RC. I just plugged Hollyland's receiver directly into the drone controller, which I didn't think would work until I tried it. And then, yeah, I can literally just screen record and get audio. So, you know, it's a pretty nice controller, I guess. Alright. So, it's still pretty rocky here. The horses are out over there. Looks like the people have gone by, so I might swing back into shore here. And currently, as you can see, like the little green box here with the little X there and the person symbol, it's tracking me right now, which is quite convenient. I guess there's some shadow on my helmet. Maybe I'll take that off. I was riding earlier. Anyway, which means I don't have to fly. Or I could fly, which actually might be easier. But with the wind we're having, it's a little easier just to leave it. Because I should be in normal mode, like slow. Well, maybe it's because I had it scenario. That's better. But it's still moving pretty fast. And I can't walk. I just sort of look down and hunch when I'm flying like this. But sometimes it's a little smoother also. So, you know, I guess there are drawbacks to either way. Alright, back to active track. There's a bit of a lag sometimes, but typically it's pretty good. Go. Come on, pull back. Manual, go. There we go. Now we're back in business. Alright. So now we're recording again. I'm going to hop back over here. The horses are just over there. So let's see if we can get a video of them. And not lose the drone. There are also some seals out there. But I've been leaving them, giving them some privacy with the drone. So we can see them when they pop their head above the waves. But right now the drone's just sticking over here to shore and, you know, worrying the snails, I guess, but not the seals, which is good. There we go. We're pretty low to the ground here because of the dune. And the ground slopes up. Alright. Obstacle avoidance dealing with it nicely. Oh, they're canning out there. Alright, well, let's send the drone. So, I'm going to turn off obstacle avoidance and head right out there in sport mode. There you go. You can see the horses are out there. Beautiful. Looks like my sister's riding. I wonder if she has a mic. There we go. Alright. Gonna slow it down here. Maybe it's just back to normal mode. Fly. Hopefully the mic is still connecting. The mic's on me and the controller, so really it only has to beam like it's supposed to go, I think, up to like 200 meters. Though it's the drone signal that's way out there. It seems like it's a long ways out there, but really I can see the drone pretty crystal clear, which is good. For Canadian regulations, obviously you have to be within visual line of sight. Look at the waves crashing there. Wow. They don't seem to mind it too much, which is nice. There's a lad going ahead into the water. Alright. I'm gonna still go swimming. I'll pan back over here. Maybe I'll try and take a picture. Here we go. Oh my. Horses move, which is a pain. Yeah, I think I missed that. I'll see if I can get another picture in a moment or two. They'll be out there for some time. Might just grab a seat here on a pile of seaweed while I wait. There, maybe not. Oh, there they go again. Alright. Keep the drone in place. There we go.
Battery level is low.
Uh-oh, low battery. Well, I try and respect my battery warnings typically, so I should probably stop recording that.
Return to home.
Nope, stop. I'm going to cancel return to home. So you can see at the return to home here, yeah, we're in a beautiful place here. You can see out there. And again, with the water, I mean, there's a huge expanse out here, beautiful place to film. But my battery's at 18%, so I should probably bring it down. That's one thing of drone filming, is that even if newer drones, typically the battery isn't quite as long as, say, a handheld camera. But as again, I started this flight with a battery I'd already used on a previous one, which even with that, like, we're in super windy conditions, which really sucks battery, flying fast, which is also a concern. So, but then again, batteries are always one thing you have to watch. That and storage, which typically I'm fine. Like, I typically carry a full SD card. At times I have the 50 gigs at least of space available. It sounds like a lot, especially for older filmers. But if you're filming in anything like 4K or anything like that, like, it just sucks storage. So, anyway. Right now I only have I don't have too much space left. I only have 1.2 gigabytes available. And I don't have a card in, which is unfortunate. But anyway, I'm gonna land the drone. Though the screen recording should theoretically keep going, which means I should be able to just keep walking and talking. Though, obviously the drone footage is a lot nicer when it's in the air as opposed to just in my hand. Like, when you're holding it like this, it's really not quite as smooth. Anyway, yeah. Alright, well, I think I'm going to turn the drone off for now and stop the screen recording. I'll put a new battery in and be right back at it soon enough.